So you've been wanting to research companies, but you don't necessarily have the time to do it yourself, or you don't know how to do it yourself. In this series of videos, I'm going to be going step by step through my entire process from beginning to end on how I find companies, what I look for when I do my initial research on the companies. If they pass my initial research, how do I value and evaluate them after reading their financial statement? I will go step by step, including valuations when we get to that point, in how to evaluate companies. My name is Jason Rivera, and welcome to Value Investing Journey Case Studies. Hey, Jason here. Super excited because tomorrow is another webinar, free live training webinar tomorrow, this time on owner's earnings. Last time it was on valuation and valuation techniques. This time is specifically on owner's earnings. So if you've ever wanted to calculate owner's earnings but couldn't figure out how to do it yourself, this is for you. If you want to use owner's earnings to evaluate businesses, this is for you. If you want to use owner's earnings to find potentially undervalued assets, this is for you. Pretty much this is for anybody who wants to learn a very valuable subject but doesn't necessarily have the time to take months or years or whatever the case is to learn kind of the ins and outs of it. On this webinar, I will explain everything. I'll show you how to calculate it. I'll show you the nuances that go into calculating owner's earnings. I'll show you why everything goes into that owner's earnings calculation. I'll show you how to calculate the final numbers because it's can be very complex, can be very time consuming, can be frankly frustrating as well, especially if you don't know what you're doing. It's very likely you'll get bogged down in the minutia. At least for me, I know that's what happened when I first started learning it. Still to this day sometimes happens that I get bogged down in the minutia of calculating the number. But we'll go through all that, calculate owner's earnings on real world companies. One for sure, maybe two, depending on how much time we have. Planning on having this again about an hour and a half like the last one. Answer your questions about it. Owner's earnings calculations, numbers, whatever you have questions about owner's earnings are. Explain kind of real world usage of this number, and how this affects my analysis, how this affects valuation, how this can affect everything or nothing, depending on the situation. We'll go over all that. Again, free webinar. There's a link to sign up below. This webinar, by the time this video releases, will be happening 2 hours from now, and I would love to see you there. Again, free webinar, free training webinar. There will be no pitches on this. Oh, my cat wanted to join us. There will be no pitches on this other than I might mention one of my courses or programs kind of briefly. Other than that, this won't be a pitch. There will be no sales at the end of this. There will be no hour-and-a-half long webinar and then wait to hope you can afford the price. There is no price to this. It's free. Again, completely free. Put in your name, put in your email address at the link. Again, should be below, left, right, depending if you're watching on mobile, possibly. Link should be below. And that's it. Show up the webinar and bring a notepad, a pen, questions, and we'll go over the whole calculation again, answer your questions, and you'll learn a very valuable concept that almost no other value investor even talks about. I can think of, off the top of my head, 2 other value investors that I know that talk about this, even a little bit, let alone actually show you how to calculate and everything else. So, you can gain a huge advantage in your analysis by using this number and getting access to kind of learning how to use this number and why it's important, all that kind of stuff. So again, sign up below for free. I don't know if this is going to release to anybody who doesn't sign up for the webinar. It may release at some point, I don't know. Probably won't, to be honest with you, unless you sign up for the webinar. So I'll do a replay probably from my mailing list. That's about it. So if you're not on my mailing list, you probably won't see this. If you are on my mailing list, you still might not get it. I'm not sure what my team and I are going to do. We're testing a bunch of different things. I think last time we did a replay to people who wanted to sign up for it and to the mailing list. This time I'm not sure what we're going to do. So make sure to sign up below. Again, free at 12 p.m. Eastern time, 12 p.m. noon Eastern time on, let me check, December 19th, which is later today. Let me make sure I have the date right. Yep. December 19th at 12 p.m. Eastern, noon U.S. Standard Time. Again, free. You're not going to spend a better hour and a half session, I guarantee it, especially towards the end of the year where people are trying to get you to buy stuff. I just want to give you a ton of value and help you in going into next year have a valuable skill you can use to evaluate real world businesses and investments. Thanks for watching. Hope to see many of you there, and I'll talk to you tomorrow for those who do show up. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.